Hello student, in this video let us do some properties of determinant. You see, the properties of determinant are used mainly to do the solution of a given determinant in a easier way, and your aim is to get maximum numbers of zero when you use property of determinant. And you see, the maximum means if you have a 3 by 3 determinant, and out of 3 elements in a row or a column, if you get 2 zeros, then we say that we have got maximum zeros. Because you see, one more thing, because if you get 3 zeros in a particular row or column of a 3 by 3 determinant, then always you'll have what? The value of the determinant will be equal to 0. So let us discuss the properties one by one. Okay, your first property is the value of the determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. That means if you interchange the rows and column of a determinant, then the value of the new determinant and the value of the original determinant are same. You see, the rows and columns are interchanged means, suppose you are writing the first row, you write down the first row as a first column, second row as second column, and third row as third column. That is the interchange of rows and columns. And symbolically it is denoted by R takes the position of C and C takes the position of R. That is both side arrow. Okay. Now you see, in case of a matrix, hope you remember that if you interchange the rows and columns of a matrix, you will get a new matrix. Okay. Do you remember the name of that type of matrix? Yes, that is your transpose of the matrix. So in the case of a determinant, the value of a determinant, suppose A and its transpose, that is A transpose, A dash or A to the power C, both the determinant values are same. Value of the determinant and the value of its transpose are same, because transpose is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of a matrix. And it is written like this. Suppose you are taking a 3 by 3 determinant like this. First row is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, and A3, B3, C3. Then you write down the first row as first column. This is the second row. You write down it as second column, and it is the third row. You write it as third column. In both the cases, the values are same. So we can say like this: if A is equal to Aij n by n is a matrix of order n, then determinant of A and determinant of A transpose is same. Okay. Now let us verify it for a 2 by 2 matrix. I just select here a 2 by 2 matrix because it is easy for us to do the calculation for a 2 by 2 matrix. And 3 by 3 matrix is generally lengthy. That's why I verify the results for 2 by 2 matrix. Taking 3 by 3 matrix of your own, you can take yourself an example of a 3 by 3 matrix and you can verify the same result for a 3 by 3 matrix also. You see, I am taking a simple example. The first row is 1, 2 and the second row is 3, 4. Let us find out the value of the determinant directly. It's a determinant of order 2. So we can get it by multiplying 1 into 4 minus 2 into 3. The value is 4 minus 6 equal to minus 2. And then interchanging the rows and columns. First row you write down as first column and second row you write as second column. You will have, this is the new determinant. Let us evaluate it. 1 4s are 4 and 3 2s are 6. 4 minus 6 is minus 2. You see, here the first row is written as first column, second row is written as second column. But in both the cases, the values are same. So we can write down like this. Okay, this is the verification of the first property. Now let us go to the second property. If two adjacent rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, the value of the determinant is unchanged, but its sign is changed. In this case, what we have done, adjacent rows or column. Adjacent means near a row or column. Column. Suppose you are taking column 1 and column 2 or row 2 or row 3 like that, just two adjacent rows or adjacent columns, and interchange them. Okay. Then in that case, the value of the new determinant and the value of the original determinant are same, but the symbol will be changed. That means if the original determinant symbol is positive, the new determinant same value with negative symbol, or if the original determinant is a negative symbol determinant, negative symbol, the value of determinant is negative, then your new determinant value will be positive. Okay, you can use it like this. Suppose we are taking a determinant a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, and a3 b3 c3. You take the, suppose I am changing here row 1 and row 2. This is your first row, this is your second row. First row takes the position of row 2 and row 2 takes the position of row 1. That means your see, this a2 b2 c2 will be in the first row, a1 b1 c1 will be the second row. Third row, keep it as it is. Then here this is positive, so you have to give a negative sign. Okay. Now suppose here again I am going to apply the same property but in column. Then suppose I am using here column 2 and column 3. Column 2 is your b2, b1, b3. This is as cosec column 3, and column 3 is this one. It is written, first column remains as it is. Then minus will become plus. So you see, one more thing you have to know in this case, that is in the same question, when you use property of determinant, you can apply the properties in row and a column both. Tumalike determinantor property use kori jeta solution bur koriba, eketa questionate row aru column duitate property use koriba para. Kino eta kotha mon koriba, you can apply at the same step maximum of 2 property. Okay, then let us verify it. Taking the simple 2 by 2 example, I am verifying this result. 1, 2, 3, 4, find out the value. 4 1s are 4, 2 are 6, minus 2. Then I have just interchanged the first column with second, column 1 and column 2. Column 1 is this 1, 3, it takes the position of column 2, and column 2 is 2, 4, it takes the position, the first column. Then verify 2 3s are 6, minus 4, that is equal to 2. You see the original value is minus 2, new value is 2. So we can write down like this, 1, 2, 3, 4 as this one is equal to what? Negative of 2, 1, 4, 3. So this is the verification of the second property. Now let us go to the third property. Your third property is, if any 2 rows or column of a determinant are identical, then its value is 0. Identical means same. Any 2 rows or any 2 columns are identical, any 2 rows or columns are same, then without doing any calculation, directly we can write down the value of the determinant is equal to 0. That means like this. If you have suppose a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, again this is also a2, b2, c2. You see row 2 and row 3 are same. So without doing any calculation, you can directly write down what? This value will be equal to 0. Okay. Now let us verify it. I have taken a 3 by 3 example. First column is first row is suppose 1, 2, 3. Second row is also 1, 2, 3. Third row 4, 5, 6. Let us verify it, evaluate it. 1. First you write down in terms of first row, I have expand. So 1, delete the first row in second column. 3 2s are 6, minus 15. Okay. Then minus 2. Delete first row, second column, 6 minus 12. Okay. Third element is plus 3. Delete first row, third column. What is left? 5 1s are 5, minus 8. This is done. So do the calculation. This is minus 3 into 1 is minus 3. Here it is minus 6. Minus 2 is plus 12. And this is minus 3 into 3 is equal to what? Minus 9. So doing the calculation, 12 minus 12 is equal to 0. You see, as here the first row and the second row are identical, same. So the value of the determinant, when you evaluate the value, you have got it 0. So this property can be used. What is the property? That if 2 rows or columns are identical, the value of the determinant is equal to 0. Now let us go to the fourth property. If each element of a row or a column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then the value of the determinant is k times the value of the original determinant. Now you see, what does it mean? Suppose you select any particular row or column and the same number is multiplied with each and every element of that particular row or column. Then what you can do? You can take that common element out of the determinant. Suppose here I am taking k is common to the first column. Then k, 1k, throughout the whole column k is present. So we can take this k outside and the remaining determinant is this one. That means k times the determinant. Okay. Now you see, let us verify this result. Suppose it is 2 is an extra number. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, just keep it as it is. Evaluate the determinant. This is 4 minus 6. 2 into minus 2, that is equal to minus 4. Now suppose we multiply the first column by 2. Here this is the original A, say multiply the first column by 2, we get 2 into 2 and 6, second as it is. Now evaluate the value. That means the first column has 2 common. Then let us verify the result. 4 to 0, 8 minus 12. What is its value? It's minus 4. So what we can say? That the value of this one, that is 2, 2, 6, 4 is 2 times the 1, 2, 3, 4. Or say, here I'm writing one more result, that is what? If suppose the first column has k common and second column has k m common, then from the first column we can take common k, and from the second column we can take common m, and remaining what is left? a1, a2, b1, b2, like this. That means eta row ba column te jodi common thake ami tak loi ahibo paru. But in case of matrix, what happen? If each and every element of a particular matrix, each and every element, pratyekta element of jodi multiply hoye thake, then only we can take it outside, which is your scalar multiplication. Okay, so here I have written as a note, if a factor is common in a row or a column of a determinant, then the common factor can be taken out. Ami eta row ba column common thakile hetu ami bahirot loi ahibo paru. So from here we can derive a result, that is what you see. Suppose as a corollary I have written it, this is not a property, that application. Okay, so here I am taking A is equal to Aij is a square matrix of order 3. Then if I multiply A by K, that is Ka, scalar multiplication of A by K, then 3 K's will come out. That is become K into K into K, which is K cube into determinant of A. You see, this type of questions are present in exercise 4.1 in your determinant chapter. That is one of the question, there is 2 is multiplied with a determinant twice A, and it is a matrix of order 2 by 2, then 2 square will come out. That is 4 times of determinant of A we have got. Okay, like this here also, K will, from one row or column, K will come outside. That means from 3 row or column, 3 K's will come out. So you see, we can verify it. Suppose this is your matrix A, 3 by 3 matrix I have considered, then we have get Ka. How to get Ka? It's an every element multiplied by K. Then let us find out its determinant, determinant of K. Determinant of K will be determinant of this matrix. Okay, now you see, we know by property number 4, from one row or column K is common, we can take it outside, first column or first row. Second row or second column has a common K, so this is second K. Third row or third column has common K, the third K. What is left? A1, A1, A11, 1, 2, 1, 3, A21, 2, 2, 2, 3, A31, 3, 2, 3, 3. And K into K will gives you K cube. And what is this matrix? This determinant is what? Determinant of A. Is not it? If I put this in the determinant form, we get it. So it is what? Ka cube is equal to K, determinant of Ka. If it is a matrix of order 3 by 3, then we get K cube into 3. So what happens in the case when it's a matrix of order n? Yes, in the case of a matrix of order n, determinant of Ka will be equal to K to the power n into determinant of A. This is a very important question for short question, 1 mark question. Now you see, here I am giving one more property, which is the combination of the property number 4 and 5. You see this one. If 2 rows or columns of a determinant are proportional, then its value is 0. Proportional means what? Suppose one element can be written as a multiple of other. Suppose A is proportional to B, then we can write down A as K into B. That is your proportionality. So suppose here we have A1, B1, C1. This is KA2, KB2, KC2, A2, B2, C2. You see, these 2 rows are proportional. So from here we can take that K outside by property number 4. Any row or column has a common element, we can take it outside. And here after the taking common, you see the row 2 and row 3 are same. So by property number 4, what is that? If 2 rows or columns are identical, then the value will be equal to 0. So you get 2K into 0, that is equal to 0. So you can say like this, any row or columns are proportional, determinant of proportional, then its value is equal to 0. Then let us go to the next property. If each element of a row or a column is expressed as a sum of 2 or more terms, the determinant can be expressed as a sum of 2 or more than 2 determinant. You see, suppose one row or column of a determinant is expressed as a sum of 2 or more than 2 elements. So in this case, I have considered first column is expressed as a sum of 3 elements. A1 plus M1 plus K1, A2 plus M2 plus K2, A3 plus M3 plus K3. Second column is B1, B2, B3. Third column is C1, C2, C3. As this column is expressed as a sum of 3 elements, so we can express it as a sum of 3 determinant. Changing the first elements first, then keeping these 2 as it is, then the second elements M1, M2, M3, keeping this as it is, then plus K1, K2, K3, and this as it is. Suppose you have negative sign, then that will be negative. Say here you have negative, then it will be negative sign. Okay, sum means the just a additive inverse is minus, so we can minus also possible. Minus thakile minus the delay hoy gol. Next, which is a very important property, you have to use frequently this property. If each element of a row or a column of a determinant is multiplied by the same constant and then added to the corresponding elements of the other rows or columns, then the value of the determinant remains same. So what does it say? Suppose you have selected a particular row or a column and you multiply another row or column by a constant, non-zero constant. And then if you added the corresponding element, that is the first element with the first element, second with the second, and the third with the third, then the value of the new determinant and the value of the original determinant will be same. Actually, this property is similar with the element transformation, third element transformation. Okay, so here you see, suppose we have selected Ri. Ri is changed by Ri plus K Rj. That means I multiplied that zth row by k and then we added with the row, first row. Then this is by this Ri is changed. Same is true for column also. So suppose here I have considered a determinant of order 3. Then suppose we multiply it by say m, C2 by m and C3 by k, and then we are adding C2, C1 plus KC2, then subtracting KC3. Okay, then what happened you see? Your first column, column 1, column 2, column 3 I have used. Column 1 keep it as it is. Then column 2 I have multiplied by m, so MB1, MB2, MB3, and this is multiplied by k. So KC1, KC2, KC3. Then this is added. A1 plus MB1 minus KC2. This is subtracted. Then A2 plus MB2 minus KC2. Then it is A3 plus MB3 plus minus KC3. Keep the others as it is. Duta to apply koribo para moi ekarabata tintat kori dekhai disu. Okay, as a note I have written here that if each element of a row, if each element of a particular row or column of a determinant is 0, then the value of the determinant is 0. Suppose tumalokor protecta element, suppose you have done the calculation and at certain step you have got that all the elements of a particular row or column is equal to 0. Then immediately you can say that the value of the determinant will be equal to 0. So these are your all properties of the determinant. You see, you have to remember the properties, and when you do the problem, there is no certain rule that which property you have to use first or which is second. You have to see the question first properly by inspection, then you have to decide which property we are going to use. Mostly the last property is used in most of the cases because that can be used to make zeros. Any number you can multiply with another row or column, then we can add or subtract with some other rows or column corresponding elements. So that will gives you, it is easy for us to get 0 by using that property. And our aim, at the beginning I had told you, our aim is to get maximum zeros when we use the property of determinant. So try to remember all the properties. When you remember all the properties together, then only you can do the problems. In the next video, I'll give you some solutions of different questions using property of determinant. Thank you.